Okay, so hello everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of first start out introducing ourselves, share a little bit about our story, and then we have a couple questions that we're going to basically ask each other. From there, once we're done that, we're going to do a questions and answers. So as we're going through, if you guys have any specific questions at all, go ahead and add it to the chat. And then when we're done our questions and stuff like that, we're just going to go to the chat and we'll go through stuff like that. So your questions do not have to be related to the questions that we're asking each other. It can be absolutely anything. If you're like, you know what, I'm really struggling with this right now, feel free to ask us and one of us will kind of take it over and help out however we can. Sound good? All right. So Lacey, why don't you go ahead and start? Why don't you introduce yourself? I'm going to mute myself while you're talking because if he starts talking. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and then share a little bit about your story.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah, we're going to do just a little story sharing, not like insane story sharing. So my name is Lacey Bochmann and I'm a triple diamond with It Works. I started in March of 2013. Just that I'm on the floor. Sorry, that's part of my story. I started in March of 2013. Basically, I was at a point in my life where it was pretty detrimental that I started to bringing in some kind of income to our family. We had got our bills. I'm sure there's tons of people on this call who get themselves to a point where it's like, I've got this bill, this bill, this bill, this bill. And then all of a sudden, oh crap. Well, I don't have the money to pay for that now. So that's where we were at. And, you know, I've got two kids. They're not little, but you know, they're older. So Logan's 15. So at the time when I started, that was 4 years ago. So he was 11 and Emily's 11 now. So she was not 10, 9, 8, 7. So 7 years old. And every job that I looked into, it was either, okay, how am I going to afford after school care, or how am I going to do this, or is the job going to compensate me enough? So anyways, lo and behold, I see somebody, Megan Benson. I don't even call her Megan Hazen. She's always like, it's Megan Hazen. I'm like, no, it's Megan Benson. Make a post about a $10,000 bonus. And I was like, I need $10,000. So how do I get that? And she immediately told me we're a direct sales company, and like red flags went off everywhere to me because I had already tried to sell Mary Kay and sold one tube of lipstick and literally did not make any money. So it's automatically a scam, right? And it doesn't work and it can't be anything that's great. So I was like, nope, not going to happen. And my husband came home that night, and you guys will not hear me say often that my husband's right. In fact, it probably never happens. But he came home and he said, Lacey, I looked into that company and you can buy, I love this pointer, sorry. He goes, you can buy purses anywhere, you can buy candles anywhere, you can buy jewelry anywhere. He said, you cannot buy these wraps anywhere else. And I was like, all right, but we don't even have the $100 to sign up. Like, that's how broke we are. And he said, just do it. Just use the credit card that was almost maxed out and sign up. So I did. And my first week in the business, I remember I signed up on a Wednesday and I had a dentist appointment that Friday. And I went into my dentist appointment and I was so excited. And I had one before and after picture on my phone. And I was like, asked the lady at the front desk, oh my gosh, I want you guys to look at this. And these are some awesome wrap results. I don't even know anything about them, but I'm super excited and you guys need to try them. And I had 7 loyal customers that day and 3 distributors. And I was like, whoa, okay, this is awesome. I'm going to get rich so fast from this. And I literally hustled my hiney off. I can remember staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning using Google Translator, trying to talk to people in other countries so that I could get them to sign up with It Works. I was so excited. Everybody on my team, they call me Willy Wonka on crack, or EB, the Energizer Bunny, because I'm always fast-paced and always wicked excited when I talk about things. And it's not just It Works. Like, the bottle of water, I could be just excited about. Maybe not water. I like Pepsi more. But anyways, being really passionate about it. And within 10 weeks, I had earned the car bonus, which is 60 loyal customers. It's an extra $600 on top of your paycheck. And I had also earned the diamond bonus. And I just, kept going, hustle. On my 1-year anniversary, I went triple diamond. And I've been in the business for 4 years now. And I absolutely love it. I love the products. It's helped so many of my family members. It's helped so many of my friends. And all of you beautiful people on here are my second family. So I've been able to also gain so much more than just, financial freedom. That's pretty much my short story in a nutshell.
I love it. I love it, Bree. And I'm so thankful because this business obviously brought you and I together. So that's what's fun. Hi. Yes. Say hi to Lacey. All right. So do you want me to share my story or do you want to do your questions and then I'll share my story?
No, you share your story.
Okay. All right. So my name is Danielle Janisewski. Let me say my last name again because people never, ever, ever know it. Janisewski. The W is silent. People seriously never know how to say my name. So I'm a triple diamond and I have been in this business almost 4 years, so about 3.5. Kind of a funny story really with getting started. People were blowing up my Facebook and I hated it. So I blocked everybody that did it works. Cause I was really sick of seeing their posts and honestly in my mind, it was like a commercial and it was annoying cause I see that stuff every day on TV. So I blocked everybody that did it works. And then like a month and a half later, I was like, gosh, but what if like some of the stuff that they were saying was true? What if they really were making that kind of money? We're getting married. So, hey, we're getting married. So we kind of need money for, you might need YouTube Kids here shortly. So, we were getting married in a couple of months and I basically was like, my husband wants an open bar. We can't afford an open bar. Why don't I just try this thing? I kind of intrigued about the products. So I could try the products, make a couple, $100 maybe, and maybe that'll pay for our open bar. So seriously, that was it. I started very end of August. So we were getting married in May. So I was like, oh, I have plenty of time to like make some money. So I ended up getting started and I ended up unblocking them, sending them a message and getting started. So pretty much I say I was off to a slow start, but here's the thing. The night that I signed up, I almost threw up because I was like, what did I just do? Like, this was this dumbest thing I've ever done. I just moved to a new area. Am I supposed to go like door to door? Like, what is this all about? Like, I just don't get it. So I waited until my kit came in because I like thought that's what you did. Like, I didn't know. And then I was so afraid to talk to people. So I was like, I'm just going to throw up some posts on Facebook, but I'm going to be really careful not to be that commercial because that's what I hated. So I had to be really careful about that. But I'm not going to overload people and whatever, all this stuff. So I ended up getting 10 customers my first month. So it wasn't like crazy bad, but it also wasn't, whatever. I didn't take off running like Lacey did. And I think like 3 months in, I was kind of like, oh, all right, well, this is fine. I'm making a couple extra $100, like whatever. Learning as I'm going. I'm very green. So I took a lot of time to really educate myself about the products and about the business. And as I was like learning as I was going, and they came out with this Christmas cash bonus. And I was like, that's kind of cool. It was sign up 4 customers, sign up 3 distributors, get them fast start qualified, and you make $800 bonus. I was like, cool. I could totally pay for Christmas in cash. Like that would be really cool for me and my family. So I worked really hard to get that. And I just literally like barely got that bonus. But that was the big eye opener for me to be like, wow, there really is money to be made in this business. I know exactly what I have to do to reach goals. I just have to like work a little bit harder. So obviously that was in December. January is when the diamond bonus came out. And that was huge because I was like, okay, if I could get this diamond bonus before our wedding, like hubby's getting open bar, like this is going to be cool. Okay, fast forward, we got the diamond bonus the month before I got married. So that was like a huge game changer. Fast forward 7 months, I was, this is kind of funny. I'm like, we got married 7 months later, I'm 6 months pregnant. So I was pregnant with Parker, and I had gone to conference, and it was like game changer. Oh my gosh. And I ended up promoting and getting $50,000 in bonuses. And that was like life changing, because I basically was like, I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting everything in life. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a stay-at-home mom. So I basically went on maternity leave and never went back. And it's been like crazy awesome. And then the next year I promoted to triple diamond. So that's kind of my story. The big thing with me, I think that is even like a kind of an eye opener for me, is that I went to school for 8 years. I went to stop with your pointer. I'm staring at you. So I went to school for 8 years. So I have a ton of student debt. So that was a goal of mine that I said, once we pay off the wedding, once we do this, once we do that, I really want to get this student debt gone, because there's no reason that I should be paying off student debt on a monthly basis. So as of last month, I am officially 100% completely debt-free, credit cards, student loans, everything. So that was like a huge, huge thing for me. So, and of course now we're buying a house. It's not Facebook official yet, but buying a house, and I'm pregnant with my second, and we're having a little girl. So things are just changing and evolving, and so exciting. So that's kind of my story. So yeah. You're muted.
I know, I'm sorry. I just realized.
I see you laughing, but I don't hear you.
I love it. And I totally didn't know you were having a girl.
Oh, yes.
Good luck with that.
Oh, I'm a little nervous. If she's anything like me, if she has this color hair, Lord help us all.
Girl, I'm going to tell you what. I would take 50 Logans to one Emily.
Yep. A little nervous there, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to just hope that she's just like
There's no turning back, okay?
Really not. So, all right. Let's hit up the questions. All right. So first question for you is, what is the most successful way that you have built your business to get to triple diamond?
Oh my gosh. Okay. And you know what? She sent this to me earlier too, and I should be prepared for that. But of course I was on the road and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then I was like, squirrel, we got fudge. And then I had a hot fudge brownie sundae. And so I forgot about the questions. Most successful way that you build your business. I'm going to be honest. My answer is going to be completely different from Danielle's, because as she told you, I'm green, or she's green. I don't even use the color personality thing. I didn't even know what they were until like a couple of months ago. I just hit my beautiful wall. I didn't even know what they were until a couple of months ago. I literally wing everything in this business, guys. I talk to everybody. Okay, this was me in the ocean yesterday. Whoa, dude, you are freaking fried. Your back is like red. And this girl's like, whoa. And I was like, seriously, have you ever heard of It Works? Because you, my girl, need the toner, okay? And so then we swapped information. I'm just crazy like that. And I always tell my team all the time, an open mouth is an open business. So that's exactly how I build my business. I talk to every single person I meet. Not every single person I meet, because that would be a lie. Like today, I didn't talk to the girl who scooped my ice cream about It Works, but I try to talk to literally almost every single person about It Works. If you're on here, and maybe one of the things is, and I guess this kind of is a tip, but for me, it plays into how I build my business, but it's very hard when how many people on here, raise your hand, are not outgoing and look at somebody and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go talk to that person. What if they get mad and think that I'm calling them fat? Okay. So here's the thing. You have to, and I've said this before on a couple of my team Zooms. Whenever Chris and I go somewhere and he's hungry, he'll go, and he wants me to know he's hungry, he'll go, babe, everybody's starting to look like chicken nuggets. Okay. So whenever I go somewhere, I think about what It Works could do to somebody else, because, you know, I had a nice house when I started with It Works. I had a nice car. I had a nice car that was about to be repoed. I had a nice house that was going to get foreclosed on. So I don't see this girl looks like she doesn't need it, works. This person looks like they can't afford it, works. This person, whatever. You don't know what somebody's story is. So, and we shouldn't be prejudging people anyways. So you have to tell yourself, and this is what I do mentally every single time, because even though I'm outgoing, you know, there's always going to be that little bit of fear of what somebody could say depending on who they are. So, you know, when I'm in Walmart and I'm cashing out at the grocery store, I think that to myself. I think, what if being a cashier at Walmart isn't her only job? What if she's a cashier, and what if she's also a dancer at night? And what if she also works at a gas station and she has 3 jobs and she's got these kids that she is seriously struggling so hard to provide for? What if me not telling her about It Works, you know what I mean? Like, what if I did tell her about what It Works and I helped her be able to put her little girl in dance classes, or I helped her be able to pay for her son's diapers, or get rid of maybe one of her jobs? That's what I think of when I'm looking at somebody about, you know, that I can talk to about the business. Literally, I mean, that's really the only way that I can answer this question, because I'm going to be honest, I don't, you know, I need to make sure I do it this way. I literally wing everything. I pray about a lot of the decisions that I make in my business. It has to have a good feel and a good fit. But that's it. I hope I answered that right. Is that good? You think that's good? You're muted.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. I'm like shooing him outside for a little bit.
That's okay.
Okay. Why don't we go back and forth? Because pretty much we're answering the same questions. So let's do it. We'll just do side by side, basically. Okay. So question for me is the most successful way that I have built my business. So again, very different from Lacey's. I have built my business 90% on social media. So social media is very hard to work and navigate and expand and everything in order to actually build a business on social media. So I'm going to kind of share 2 different things here. So yes, I built my business on social media. Yes, I think it's a great, great tool to use to build your business. That being said, all in cap locks, it should be used to accelerate your business. It should not be used as the only like platform to build your business. I 100%, here's the thing. When I got started, I wasn't like, whoa, I'm not doing anything. I had a launch party. Was it successful? No, it kind of sucked. So I ended up having another one. That one was successful. Like 14 people came to my second one. But you know what? Like, I could have quit after I had that first launch party and been like, this is not for me. Like, I cannot do this. Like, this is just crazy. You guys, I had one person, like 2 people, 3 people came. One person took a wrap home with her. So I sold 1 wrap. I was like excited about that. Okay. That's not good. Like it is, but it's not. And then my second one was 14 people came, but that's the thing. I had to learn how to like get my name out there. I had to learn how to be creative a little bit, make it fun, you know, create an event on Facebook, invite people that way. Hey, invite a friend and you're going to get an extra drawing into my, you know, giveaway, whatever. So my biggest thing when I first signed up, and I'm not going to lie, again, Lacey and I are very blunt and honest and real and whatever. So what you see is what you get with us. When I signed up, I said the exact words, do I have to have parties? The response I got was no. So I said, okay, sign me up. I did not want to do parties. I never have wanted to do parties, but whatever. But here's the thing. In my first year, maybe even 2 years, like literally probably 10 parties I've done for other people. So here's what works for me. So number 1, yes, I built my business solely on social media. But that being said, I use social media to hit other avenues, such as I use social media to find people to come to my house for a party. I do parties at my house all the time. So that works for me. And here's why. I have a nanny. She comes to my house. She watches my kids. She puts him down. She makes dinner, whatever. She's awesome. I don't have to leave. People can come in. I can have it be like an open house, whatever it is. That works. And for me, I can invite my distributors that live in the area to come as well. They can bring their potentials. They can, anybody, I don't care. It's just like a big party. for my people, for my team, for my team's party. It's just like a way to get together. So even if I don't have any potentials come, I still have my team here, and we can make it like a little info session type thing, questions and answers. And honestly, most times that I do that, I end up going live and sharing this or that and, you know, whatever it may be. So social media is very hard to do. My husband's calling me. He's FaceTiming me from work. That was definitely an accident. Sorry. Social media is very hard to navigate and use and whatever it may be, because you constantly have to be learning about it because it's constantly changing. The algorithm, you know, stuff like that. You guys, when the whole live thing came out, I don't know if Kat Pross is on this. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, she is. You guys, I think a triple diamond, if not double, when live happened. I messaged my leaders and I was like, you guys, I know that live is really important. And I know that we should expect our teams to do it. But like, I literally can't do it. Like, I cannot wrap my head around going live. Like, it just scares the crap out of me. So Kat ended up Kat was like going, like she was doing live videos like 3 times a day. I'm like, I can't let Kat do 3 live videos a day and me sit here and want my team to do it and me not do it. So if you guys ever saw my first live video, it was terrible. I was like, hi, this is so awkward. Oh my God. Like, I say how awkward it is. Like, that's awkward when you have to say it's awkward. And then of course I put my kid in front of the camera. I'm like, here's Parker. And I'm like, okay, well, see you later. Like, it was so awkward. Now, anybody on my team will tell you that if they follow me and they see my live videos, they're like, oh, you make it look so easy. Like, I had to take the biggest leap of faith and step outside my comfort zone. You've got to do that sometimes. But here's the thing. When you take a step outside that comfort zone, you find a new comfort zone. Guys, I could go live right now and be like, what's up? I don't have anything to talk about, but I just wanted to say hi. Like, I literally could just go live right now because it's so normal for me and natural. And I don't care. Like, I just wing it and I have fun with it. And I'm me. And that's why live is so important, because you can sit behind a computer all day and all night posting, but you know what? Posting on Facebook is not asking people. And posting on Facebook is not showing people who you really are. And here's the thing. I have over 3,000 Facebook friends. A lot of those people do not know me at all. I'm some random person that Facebook friended them from a mom's group. Let's be honest. So I want them to get to know me. I want them to see she's a real person, and she's kind of crazy sometimes, and she has a kid that's really cute and whatever, okay? I don't care. I want them to see me. So Facebook is changing. Now, I will be honest with you. I suck at Instagram, okay? And I feel like there was a time where I felt like my Facebook kind of like was like not getting like a lot of like views. So I tried to use Instagram for a little bit, and I was like, oh, Facebook's working again. I'm getting a lot of views. So I like went back to my comfort zone. So I solely do use Facebook, but that works for me. But I also am constantly challenging myself. So that being said, yes, I use social media, but I also get out there and have conversations with people. Again, going to be blunt and honest and real. I tell my team, if somebody would have told me this or yelled at me or been like, what are you doing? You're crazy. I probably would have gone and done it. But I did not blitz anyone until 3 months. My 3rd month in the business, you guys, that's pathetic. That's disgusting. That's terrible. I should not even admit that. But I'm being honest with you. Like, I was so afraid to go out there and blitz somebody because I was so afraid of what they were going to say or what they were going to ask or what do I even say to them? So here's what I did. I said, no, you got to step outside your comfort zone. You've got to figure this out. You got to make it work. So I watched videos and I was like, okay, this Pam Souter chick, like she keeps saying to say like, have you tried this crazy rap thing? So I'd go out and I'd ask people, have you tried this crazy rap thing? And then I'd be like, this is so weird. Like, I feel like I'm on a commercial. Like this isn't me. So then I'd go out at another time and I'd be like, I try another phrase and I'd try something else. And then I'd try something different. So after probably 6 months, I felt really good. So 3 months, and then, so 3 more months of really trying to blitz and stuff like that. I really got in my comfort zone of blitzing. And now all I do is I walk up to somebody and I say, can I give you a coupon? That's it. Can I give you a coupon? People aren't going to say no to a coupon. I had one lady take it and then say, oh, no, I don't live here. I'm like, oh, no, that's fine. We ship right to your doorstep. And she literally ripped it right out of my hand to take it back. So it's the only person that's ever really like been hesitant with it, but every other person says yes. And then from there, I had to step outside my comfort zone again and say, I need to get their information because I'm not hearing from these people. Random people are signing up at my website. I don't know where the heck they're coming from. But they could have been from the airport. They could have been from here because I'm traveling all the time. So you have constantly got to be stepping outside your comfort zone and challenging yourself. I did not have anybody as a leader being like, you should do this. Let me challenge you to do this. You should try this. I literally like taught myself and watched videos and learned as I went, because you guys, I wanted it to work. And I'm telling you right now, like those first couple months, I was like, oh, okay, like this is cool. Well, my husband called it a hobby, and it really was a hobby. But once I was running for that diamond bonus, you guys, I got a cleaning lady because I can't work in a messy house. I told my husband, you're doing all the grocery shopping this entire month. I told him I'm not making meals. He can get microwave stuff for that whole month. It is not hard to take 1 month, 30 days. I promoted from Ruby right to Diamond and got a $10,000 bonus because I busted my tail. I woke up every morning like an hour to 2 hours early, and I stayed up hours later because I had goals. And this was something that I knew could change my family's life, my family's future. And I was excited about it. And I wanted to share this with people. And you guys, my thing is, I'm not sitting here trying to sell hats. I'm not sitting here trying to sell t-shirts to people. Like, I am sharing health and wellness products with people. This is something that's going to actually help people. It's easy to share. And hi, I'm using the stuff, so why not share the things that I love about it? And then, of course, the business side, it's like the business can change your life. I've seen it. So why not share that with people? And now, of course, I can say it has changed my life. But I was so afraid at the beginning to tell people, oh, I'm not making that much money. Who cares how much money you're making? You're working towards a goal that's going to be $10,000 bonus. So tell people what you're working towards, whether it be Ruby. I'm working towards $500 a month. That's my goal. I'm working towards that. Whatever it is, you don't have to tell people, I made, $30 my first paycheck. Well, you know what? My first paycheck was $17. So I'm not afraid to share that now. So somebody just asked, when you blitz, how do you move into getting their info? So honestly, I blitz. And then I shut my mouth because I want them to look at the card and I want them to ask questions. So I kind of wait. If it gets to a point where it's like a little bit long of a wait, I always say, so have you heard of It Works? That's usually my like go-to phrase. But usually they'll ask some questions. We'll go back and forth. And then I can say something like, you know what? I'm actually doing a giveaway, a free wrap this month. So you can even say, if you are new and you guys just started, get greens on the go on your first auto shipment. That can always be, I'm doing a free giveaway this month. If you want to go ahead and give me your information, then I will enter you into the drawing. You could do that. Or you could say, hey, pull up your phone and find me on Facebook. I literally have taken people's phones, typed in my name because people don't know how to spell my name. And then I send myself a friend request. And then I accept it right then. So those are some ways that you can kind of get their information. So, all right. So sorry, I feel like I kind of talked a lot with that one. Okay. So anything to add, or are you good with that?
Let me add to the how also another way to add in the old get their information to the blitzing.
Yeah.
So usually what I do is if I'm talking to somebody, I'll be like, dude, don't act like you don't want my digits. Okay. Let's swap numbers right now. Make it funny for them so that they're like, oh my gosh, I can't tell this crackhead no. I want to be her friend. Now I'm not going to say that people aren't going to look at you like, whoa, she's a weirdo, but 9 times out of the 10, they're going to be like, oh yeah, cool girl. And I have gotten fake digits before. It's going to happen, but it's cool. Or sometimes I'll go on Facebook, just like Danielle said, I'll be like, dude, we should totally be Facebook friends. Do you want to be Facebook friends? Because I want to be Facebook friends. And if I say it like that, they're like, oh my gosh, she's psychotic. Yeah, let's be Facebook friends. So just be fun and energetic, and people feed off that. They want, nobody wants to see this. Hi. Have you ever heard of It Works? Don't do that. Don't be an Eeyore or a Ross. Be fun. Okay.
Oh my God, I love you. And I totally agree with that. I remember I had a waitress where I was like, dude, you are like fun. Like, I want to hang out with you. Like, I want to be your friend. Can you please find me on Facebook and friend me because you're so friggin' cool? Like, be yourself, be fun, and make someone laugh. You know what I mean? Bring out your personality. Let them see you and see how fun you really are. So, okay, so next question. My husband was trying to FaceTime me. He's like, I'm bored, so I just figured I'd FaceTime you. Well, sorry. I'm going to Zoom.
Sorry, Tyler.
Bye. Okay, number 2, struggles that you may have had in this business.
I love this question because one of the best things that I get to laugh at, and yes, I do laugh at some of the things you guys say, is when my team comes to me like, it must be so nice to be a triple diamond. I bet your days are so nice. Guys, the funniest thing to me is when somebody does say something like that, because seriously, I started as a distributor too. It wasn't like I magically enrolled and Mark Pentecost was like, here, Lacey, let me give you 55,000 distributors and 1,000 loyal customers. No, okay? That's not how it worked. Or that's not how it works. Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work. And I want you guys to all understand that there are going to be times when people quit. There are going to be times when people get mad at you. You're going to have best friends quit. You're going to have cousins quit, sisters quit, people quit. I had a girl tell me, she was like, I'm just so frustrated. I've built 2 rubies and they've both quit. Guess what? I've built like 50. Okay. And the thing is people are going to quit. But guys, here's the reality of how any business out there works. Okay. I just had the conversation with my son the other day when he was talking about, how he was super bummed that he didn't make the snare this year for marching band. And I'm going to go into this. It might not be relevant, but I want you to understand how my mind works. Okay. So he had told his band director that he was going to New York to see his dad. And the band director made the decision to not put Logan on the snare and to put Logan on the bass. I completely understand his decision. They need people who are going to be at every single practice this summer. They need people who are going to be, not that Logan's any less, determined, but he's not going to be there. And that's just the reality of it. And I told Logan, this is just one of those things where when you have to make a decision. And when it comes to your work in this business, I told Logan, KFC, what's his name? Colonel Sanders, right? Colonel Sanders? Colonel Sanders applied for a business loan 299 times. Do you know that he didn't get approved until his 300th time? That's crazy. Did you know that Coca-Cola sold 2 bottles of Coke in their first year of business? Can you imagine if they quit because they only sold 2 bottles of Coke? Holy crap. They freaking serve the Olympics, guys. So the point is you're going to have people quit. I've had diamonds quit. I've had double diamonds quit. People quit. But you know what? I'm still here. I'm still working my business. And guys, last year, Danielle and I both were top 300 income earners, okay? And what I want to say about that is if I had quit when I had troubles, can you imagine like giving up? Can you imagine giving that up? I just can't even imagine not having that. And when I break it down for my team, I ask them, I say, okay, any job that you're at right now, okay, let's just go to the job that I was working beforehand, okay? I was working as a office manager at a psych clinic, okay? I got to get out my calculator because I am dumb when it comes to math, okay? So $17 an hour is what I was making, all right? A 40-hour work week is $680, all right? There's 52 weeks in a year. It's 35 grand before, before taxes is taken out. So let me ask you a question, okay? If you were at a job, any job that you're at, do you think that in 3 years you could be making that in 3 months instead of 12 months at your job now? Even if you're, even if you went to half of that, can you imagine? Okay, the average income in the United States of America, I looked it up a couple weeks ago, it's like 28,000. 28,000. There's people in this company that make that in a freaking month. That's unbelievable to me. And I actually made this post on one of our VIP pages one time. I was like, you know what? I've had checks that go from here to almost $20,000. And to me, I have that safe zone, okay? And my safe zone is $3,000. Okay? And for me, this is what I want to make every month that I need for my family. Okay. Do I want to make $50,000 a month, but I have that goal, or not goal. I have that number that I say, this is my appreciative number. That's what I usually tell Chris. And I don't care what Danielle was on this Zoom. I think Rachel, I don't know if she's on here, but they had a Diamonds and Above Zoom, and we were talking about, when people quit and stuff. That's just the thing. You start with no distributors. So even if every single person on my quit, and don't even get any ideas, all of you on here that are on my team, but even if every single person on your team quit, why would you quit? Because you just do it again. You know what, that part really doesn't make sense to me when people, I don't get discouraged. I have times where I'm like grumpy, or I'll be like, oh, she's getting on my nerves. I'm tired of listening to her whine. But that's my Willy Wonka on crack. I'm just always happy. I don't know. I always find I don't have is the bottle half empty or is it half full? It's all full. It's got a little bit of water and it's got a whole lot of air. It's just how you look at things in your life. And so I think that you got to have positivity. People don't want to see negative. People, shoo away from that. So if you guys need tips on how to be, what is it called? It's not negative Nancy. What's the opposite of negative Nancy?
Positive Polly.
Positive Polly. If you need tips on how to be a positive Polly, feel free to message me anytime. I can perk you up in a minute.
Holy crap, I love you.
Is that it? The struggles you've had in the business? Yeah, I've had struggles. I have had struggles. So, but you just got to get over it. Crap happens. Crap happens. Yep. Crap happens. Okay, I went to New York City on vacation, a couple weeks ago, and my 3rd day there, I wake up and I'm in the freaking hospital. I had Broadway tickets. They were like $120 a piece. So we lost like $200 something, and a great time. And I'm just like, that sucks. And they're like, we don't even know what's wrong with you. They're like, are you pregnant? And I'm like, well, unless Jesus is in my stomach, I had a complete hysterectomy. I don't know how that would happen, but stuff happens. You know what I mean? You just get over it.
Sorry.
That's okay, girl. You can unmute. I'm done. I was just sharing my crap happens. Somebody said something. True story. If you have a bad day, Lacey is your gal. See? Danielle, you're still muted.
I know I am. My kid's freaking out. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
Go outside. Have fun. Love you. Okay. I was actually, the number one thing I was going to say is I love you. He's like, really? Number one thing when you said people are like, oh, it must be so nice to be a triple diamond. You guys, when I went diamond, people were like, oh my God, that was so easy for you. Legit wanted to punch people. I am not kidding. I'm like, you have no idea. You guys, just to put it in perspective, I went diamond, double diamond, triple diamond. Ready for this? Literally days before every single promotion, I had somebody quit where I had to replace them. Like,
oh yeah.
before. So you know what? When I went triple diamond, I was like, I'm going to have a backup. I'm like, I'm good. Someone's going to quit. So I'm going to have a backup. Yeah. So you learn in this business, get over those hurdles, and you figure out how to get over those hurdles. But I will say the number one thing that I was thinking of with this was people quitting has probably been one of my number one struggles. When the first person on my team quit, you guys, I cried. Like, I literally took it so personally. I was like, oh my God, like, what's happening? It's kind of like when you're like 17 years old and your boyfriend breaks up with you. You're like, my life is over. Oh my God. And then you're like 35. You're like, what was wrong with me? Like, that was crazy. Like, now it's like, I have the mindset of, it's just not, if she doesn't want it, if she's not willing to put forth the effort, then honestly, I'm kind of glad she quit now than waited until I helped her go diamond. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I will say it is about perspective there as well. And I'm going to share something too that I'm going to I've never really shared before. So I'm just going to get really real right now. The number one struggle that I've had in this business, and I'm only able to talk about this now, and I hope I don't cry, but the only reason I'm able to talk about this now is because I'm actually pregnant. But I had a miscarriage last summer, and it was by far the hardest thing that not only have I ever dealt with in my life, but the hardest thing that I've ever dealt with in this business. Because when something like that happens to you, and I'm not going to try to compare it to, as the dogs are flying by, I'm not going to try to compare it to somebody dying or there's so many things that happen in life that are traumatizing. That's kind of what I'm going to encompass it in. And when I shared a video in my team page, and it was 3 top leaders. Oh my God, I can't even think of their names. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, they talked about life happens. And literally one of the girls in the video, it was, oh my God, I'm so bad. Tiffany Her. She had a miscarriage last year, and I was bawling because I'm like, oh my God, she literally is saying everything that I'm feeling. You want to climb in your bed and you want to do nothing. You don't want to do anything. So for me, I was thankful that I was with my husband when it happened. But we had to fly the next day to go home to New York. And I was lucky that I was with my family. But you guys, I wanted to be in bed every day. And honestly, there were days that I was in bed every day. And I didn't care because number one, when life happens, you guys, you have to take care of yourself. You really, truly have to take care of yourself. But I also was triple diamond, and I had a big team under me, and I am here for my team. And number one, did quitting even cross my mind? Absolutely not. It was more of a, how in the friggin' hell am I going to get through this month? I don't even know. So I'm not even going to lie, you guys. I swear to God, there were days that I didn't even get on Facebook. And that's not me. But you know what? I used Buffer. And Buffer was my saving grace because it allowed for me to be consistent. And I'm not the type of person that I'm going to post on Facebook and share stuff that's like that, because honestly, I didn't even know how I was going to get through something like that. So I'm not going to share that with people. Of course, now it's something that I can actually share because I'm pregnant and I'm moving forward and things happen for a reason and stuff like that. But coming full circle, I'm actually really shocked I did not cry. That's kind of amazing. But coming full circle, I will tell you that probably happened the first week of, I think, August. By the end of the month, you guys, I had completed my steps to success. Holy shit. What the heck? Sorry that I just swore, but you guys, I did not work it the way that I know I should have been working it. But I was still able to complete my steps to success because I was still consistent. I wasn't posting negative crap on Facebook. Honestly, I wasn't messaging people. Part of my 6 list on a regular basis, you guys, I have a 6 list that I do every single day, and it keeps me focused and it keeps me organized and it keeps me on task. I didn't do a 6 list at all. I was on vacation when it happened, so I wasn't doing a 6 list then. And then I came home. I didn't do a 6 list the entire month. But you know what? I was consistent with posting on Facebook. People were following up with me. I wasn't even messaging people that were liking my posts. It was the worst way I've ever worked this business. But because I was consistent, because I was able to do the bare minimum, and because I had worked my butt off the months before, it was able to trickle down, and I was able to basically make it through that month and still complete my steps to success. So that being said, you have to recognize that life happens, but you also have to be able to pick yourself up and move forward and figure out how to get over whatever hurdle it is. And I don't care what hurdle it is, you guys, whether it be your brother thinks you're working for a scam company, like whatever it is, I don't care. For me personally, I think I changed my mind, my perspective, and I say, you know what? I'm glad this is happening to me, because when it happens to other people on my team, I can be like, hell yeah, I went through that. I know exactly what you're going through. And this is what I did. This is what worked for me. I used it to motivate me. I used all those haters on Facebook. I used those family members that were giving me so much crap, and I used that to drive me. Is that you, or is that someone else?
What?
That noise. I didn't know. I think it was you. It's okay.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just going to make sure everyone was muted. So anyways, that's how I was able to really get over a lot of like my hurdles, is that I said, I'm going to use this to help my team at some point when they go through these hurdles. So use it to make you stronger, better leader in the end. And, you know, you will get through it. It's just a matter of, you know, how you get through it and how fast, and the person that you become after, you know what I mean?
Yes. I think definitely coming out from, you know, whatever it is that you do go through, you know, and I can't share my story. If you guys want to read my story, you're going to have to look it up on Diamond Dreams, because I just don't have enough tissues in the world to go through that. But if you do read it, you'll see, you know, that I did go through something pretty crazy. I think it was, I don't even know, when did all that, I'm trying to think. I went triple in 2014. Okay, so it's 2015. So it's been about 2 years. But I was, you know, in bed for, oh my gosh, I would say like 2-3 months, not literally laying there all day, but I was very sheltered. And my team is probably my biggest support in, you know, during that time. But like you said, I still continue to post. I know that there was a few times where, like, I remember one day I had posted, I don't know why this stands out in my memory, but like I posted a picture of an eye and it was crying. Like it just had a really pretty teardrop, and I had posted that. But I was very much, you know, I was still able to help 2 girls go diamond and 1 girl go double diamond. I made sure that I was constantly answering, you know, my team if they had any questions. And I think that a lot of them know, I mean, there's several on here that were involved during that time, and they know that, you know, I wasn't Miss Energetic Lacey as normal, but I was still, you know, a very much part of my team and whatever. So it really is. It's, you know, it speaks volume too on what you come out afterwards. So,
yep, definitely.
Okay, we had a couple people ask stuff, so hold on, let's see what this is. Tips on how to be more enthusiastic. Tips on being enthusiastic.
So how to build your list fast. Honestly, the best thing I can say is set a goal to do at least 10 new people a day, and do that. For me personally, I do groups. Now, there's different ways to build your network. For me personally, I'm constantly building my network on Facebook. So I'm doing it through mom groups. I'm doing it through community pages, whatever, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But you can also build your network by going out and blitzing people and having conversations with people and getting their information, having them friend you on Facebook, you know, stuff like that. That's all ways to build your network.
Yeah, and you need to pay attention to, before we go on tips, another way to build your list is just pay attention to your Facebook. And I don't like to do a lot of scrolling just because that's not really income producing, but literally, if you have I do a lot of product knowledge Zooms, and I keep them up so that people can see those, but literally just watch your Facebook. If you have somebody on your Facebook that says, I've got a migraine. I'm so tired of migraines. Write down their name. Write down the products that you can suggest to them. Another thing is this. Get this puppy right here. You can't say you don't have one because they came with your kit. If you don't have one, ask somebody. Anybody will give them to you. If you don't have one, message me. I will send you a pamphlet in the mail. On this right here, you should be able to write next to each product 3 people who could benefit from it. 3 people. Okay, so you go on there, cleanser. I know 3 people who've got teenagers who would absolutely love to use the cleanser. Toner. I know 3 people just this weekend who've posted about being sunburned. I'm one of them. Check that out. You guys don't even want to see my butt and hips. Holy crap, they're freaking red. Okay, hair, skin, and nails. You see somebody talking about, man, I really wish that I could whatever. This is such a simple way to build your list. All right, ways to be more enthusiastic. And I see Bianca Rowe, I'm going to be honest, the way that you were in your worst way to work the business, exactly how I am now. I feel stuck and I haven't quit because I know I can do well and I see this company does. I'm so frustrated I haven't motivated myself to do more. I feel stuck. I really, as far as like tips on how to, be motivated, there's, some people will say to do self-help, and, there might be people who don't want to hear this, but guys, seriously, I have a book that, and I don't read. I hate reading. I'm an audio girl. I love listening to audio. So if it's listening to a podcast, if it's listening to a YouTube video, but there is one book that I read, and it's the 3-in-1. It's a Power of a Praying Woman, Power of a Praying Wife, and a Power of a Praying Mother. I'm constantly asking God to do things for me. I constantly am saying, God, put people in my path that I know need this business. Put people in my path that I know could use these products. And I know he does that. I know he has done that. I've met some absolutely incredible women in this business, women and men. I shouldn't be prejudiced in this business. So I make sure that I'm constantly doing that. I feel that when I talk to God, I feel like I become more energized. I can just feel, that just awesomeness. I feel awesome. It's just like that when I'm in church, man. I'm like, yeah, I got the Holy Spirit. So that really is how I get it. That's how I get a lot of my motivation.
I'm going to kind of piggyback on that. So when you say, I pray for these people to kind of be put in my path, I'm going to say that people can sit there and pray all day for these people to be put in front of them, and they're literally just going to keep walking by if you don't open your mouth.
Yes.
People can be put in front of you, but if you don't take action, they literally are going to walk by, and you know what? The next person down there that's a Networks distributor, they're going to be talking to them.
Yep.
So my biggest thing, if you are feeling stuck, my best advice is start doing a 6 list. Start doing a 6 list. What is a 6 list? Let me tell you. It is 6 tasks. I literally do one every day, you guys, and it's never like, this is my other notebook. Anyways.
I got mine too.
It's never the same thing every day. But here's what it is, you guys. It is 6 tasks that are income producing activities. Okay? Income producing activities. I'm going to ask you one question. Is scrolling on Facebook an income producing activity? Absolutely not. It's not doing anything for you. Okay? You might want to like scroll through and like engage with like a couple of people. Sure. But you know what? That's not going to make them become a customer or a distributor. You've got to write down 6 tasks that you want to complete the following day. So I'm going to tell you right now, we have a Zoom after this one. I'm going to do that Zoom. I'm going to put Parker down, and then I'm going to work. I'm probably going to work for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, probably an hour. After I'm done working, I'm going to get my notepad. I'm going to get my pen, and I'm going to write down 6 things that I will do tomorrow. And guess what, you guys? They will all get done. They will all get done because I know how important that 6 list is. They will all get done before I go to bed at night. And you know what? After I put Parker down, I'm going to look at my 6 list. Oh, you know what? I put it in my phone last night because I didn't have my notepad. I'm going to look at my 6 list, make sure every single thing is done. If it's not, I'm going to get it done before I go to bed. I don't care how tired I am.
Yeah. And see, that's what's important is ask yourself after you've made that list, what have I done today to work my business? And my team knows this. I have a book right in front of me, and it has every single distributor on my team. It has their ID number, and I write down, I'll have people message me, okay? And they'll say, hey, Lacey, I haven't signed anybody in 2 months. And I go, oh, is that right? Because you know what? You've only posted 2 times during the month of May. Gee, I wonder, guys, I pay attention to that stuff. And that's why I can come back and say, hey, this is what you're not doing these things. And I have my 6 list, actually, unlike Danielle's, mine doesn't change. Mine is the same thing every single freaking day. Jolene wants to know examples. I'll let Danielle tell you hers, and I'll tell you mine too.
So actually, I'm glad you said that, Lacey, because I don't do this every month, but there was, of course, when I went triple, I did it, months that I'm running, I definitely do it, but I think I did it 2 months ago. I have a 6 list that I do the same thing every single day. And then I have a 6 list that changes every day. So here's what it is. And honestly, anyone that's in my team page, go to the page, search 6 list, and you're literally going to find all these things that I've said about 6 lists, examples, whatever. Guys, utilize team pages. Like if you're like, I struggle with building my network, go to the team page, type in building network. You're going to find a lot of information on it. There's so much information out there. You got to educate yourself. So a 6 list that I do every single day. I will wish everybody a happy birthday. I will green light message people. Do you know what that is? It's finding people that are active online and sending a message to 5 to 10 people every single day. Build your network by 5 people every day. Okay. You don't have to do 10. If you do 10, awesome, whatever. Okay. Whatever. So those are things that I do like every single day. What are things that I do that are different from day to day? Message 20 potential customers. Okay. Follow up with, I'll even write names down, guys, like follow up with Katie, Sally, and Emily about the cleanse. If we have a promotion, I'm going to be sharing that promotion. Okay. But you guys, you won't see me ever having on my 6 list, sign a customer. I can't guarantee that's going to happen. I can't make sure that's going to happen before I go to bed. So it's not going to be on there. I'm going to make activities that I can do in order to help me get those customers or in order to help me reach that goal.
That's right.
And you got to change things up. If you're literally like, guys, the month that I went triple, I said, I need to sign 20 customers. That was my goal. Okay. You guys, my first week in of that month pushing, I had 0 customers. I was like, what the heck am I doing? Like, I'm doing everything I think I should be doing. I'm doing my 6 list. I had to have a come to Jesus with myself and be like, get your shit together. Get focused. What are you doing? What are you not doing? You've got to change things up. So you guys, my first week, 0 customers. Guess how many customers I ended up enrolling by the end of that month? So in 3 weeks, because I had to come to Jesus with myself and I got serious and I got real and I worked my butt off, I signed 30 customers. So you can do anything that you want to do and put your mind to. You've just got to put the effort forth and get it organized. If you're really struggling with blitzing, get your butt out there and start blitzing. Who cares if you stumble over your words? Who cares if somebody says, what am I, fat? Somebody said that to me, my first vendor event. I handed it to him and I almost threw up after. But you know what? I know how to respond to that now and I don't care. And you know what I mean? Like it made me a better quote unquote blitzer. So what do you have to say to somebody that feels stuck in the business and is frustrated? Lace.
What do I have to say to somebody who feels stuck in the business?
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to, the biggest thing is why do you feel stuck in the business? What makes you feel like you're stuck? And then, okay, so let's say, for example, I guess I need you to answer that because that's what would make me, not, if it's that you don't know what to do, then you need to be on Zooms. You need to be engaged on the team pages. You need to be finding out what it is that you can do. I'm going to tell you right now, one of the biggest things that irritates me is when somebody says, well, my upline hasn't, there's been times where I've talked to Megan 3 times in a whole freaking year. I don't need anybody to give me that guidance. Get on that eSuite, start digging, go on YouTube videos, check things out, ask questions. everybody has to understand it. In any relationship, in any marriage, in any kind of anything, communication is key. Okay. So if you don't have that person that you can reach out to, find somebody else. I'll be that person. I can't tell you how many freaking people that I talk to on a daily basis that aren't even on my team who ask me questions. And sometimes it's not about who is on your team. It's just about who you connect with. You might mesh better with somebody else. Whenever I'm, have somebody who says, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the first thing I ask them. What have you been doing? How many people have you messaged today? And I'm gonna tell you what, when my team calls me Drill Sergeant Bochmann, the first 30 days, if you're my personally enrolled, oh, you better hope you got your boots on, because I want to know, have you done this? Ask Jelaine. Jelaine's standing right there. Are you gonna do a launch party? She sees me. Look at her hiding. I want to know, how many people have you been messaged? Are you going to do a launch party? What are we going to do? We're going to do an online party. You need to get on this Zoom. I'm going to tag you 1,000,000 times. You need to make sure that, those are things that you're doing with your personally enrolled too. But you have to always remember, you're in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. So having somebody there is a perk and it's a plus, but you shouldn't expect it.
Because you gotta utilize them. I love it when people come and ask me questions. Like, I've had a girl, she's probably on this, Erica, comes to me all the time with questions. I love it. I love when she has questions, because you know what, you guys? She has a question and then she saves that answer. She's never going to come back to me with that question ever again, because she's getting it. She's learning on her own, but she comes to me for questions.
It means she wants to work.
Exactly. And I love that. I love helping people. So utilize that. I am literally here anytime for anybody. Lacey, share examples of your 6 list, please.
Okay, so mine is praying over my business and my team daily. I do it all the time. I wake up and I, ask that the same exact thing, that people get put in their path, that they, take the initiative to make sure that they're talking to people, that they're messaging, as I commented, calling the liking and loving, passing out business blitz cards or flyers. And I call pamphlets flyers, but they're pamphlets. I do that just because whenever I go somewhere, I'm always out and about. I like to hand out my stuff. I like to do my liking and loving, and I don't even know if I have that right here, but I have it. Here it is. I have a list, and yes, mine is crappy, but it's a lead list. So what I do is when I go on a page or something like that, hold on one sec. I can't read that yet. Hold on. Whenever I go on a, group post or something like that, I'll add a bunch of people and I'll write down their names. And then right next to it, I write down the date, how I added them, like if it was from a group, or maybe they liked one of my comments, or maybe they liked a post. And then I also write down when I start engaging with them. So if I've got somebody who I added, let's just say her name's Jessica, and I start commenting or, liking her post, commenting, that's me building a relationship with them, so that I don't just, you don't want to just send somebody a message that says, hey, I sell at Works and I'd love to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. So building those relationships, I call it liking and loving team. The other thing is checking my e-suite. I make sure all the time I'm in their downline orders. I want my team to know, hey, you've got this set up, this person's whatever decline, touch base with them, because a lot of times that goes unnoticed, especially if it's, let's say we have a distributor who quit. The person above them or that person above them might not have been looking to see, that they have these declines. That is missing money that could be in everybody's pockets. And then also checking in with my loyal customers' messages and stuff like that. Those are some of my examples on mine. Okay. I have way more than 6 on there, but whatever.
No, honestly, there's nights where I'm like, I just made like a 12s list. Like I have a lot of stuff, but whatever. Okay, so last thing, and then we're going to wrap it up. Best tips, and I'm just going to be short and sweet and totally to the point because I wrote this down. Being consistent. You guys, I don't mean being consistent with just posting on Facebook. Not everything is based on Facebook, you guys, or Instagram, whatever. Being consistent out there. When you go to the grocery store, you can come in. That's fine. Is he ready for bed? Bring him in. He's fine. We're almost done. Being consistent when you're out, blitzing people. You guys, do you have blitz cards in your purse right now? Ask yourself that question. Do you have blitz cards in your purse right now? Because if your answer is no, get them in there. A lanyard that goes around your stick shift. Use social media to accelerate your business, not just the only platform. So get out there and have conversations, parties, and blitz. Yes, bud. Stay plugged in. You guys, I can't even tell you enough. If you are feeling stuck in this business, you have got to get plugged in. I do Zooms on a weekly basis for my teams. A weekly basis. Do you know how many people get on my Zooms? I have over 700 people on my team. 700 people do not get on that Zoom, you guys. If you're feeling stuck in this business, you've got to, number one thing, when someone comes to me and says, I'm feeling stuck or I'm frustrated, I literally say, have you been on my Zooms? Like, they're literally every week, you guys. I do that for my team. And my last thing, always be learning. If you know that you're struggling with building your network, go to the team page and search building network. There are so many things out there, you guys. Like, not even just my team page, Diamond Dreams team page. Go to YouTube, you guys. Like, search, like, constantly be learning. So that was my pretty much best tips that I could give to kind of wrap it up.
I think, yeah, that's pretty much the same for me. Is I like to know if somebody's engaged. I do my team Zooms every Thursday at 8 o'clock. I'm there. Why aren't you? Yep. And that's just the reality of it. And I actually I have a team call that I recorded one time, and sometimes I listen back to it because I'm like, whoa, I flew off the handle. I was like, well, I'm here. Who else is? Because I've got over some people on my team. Where are you guys at? I take the time, and I don't have to. And that's just it. So, making sure that you're doing your part, being involved, being engaged, and stuff like that. Again, open mouth is an open business. What have you done for your business? Have you done this? Have you done that? If you feel like, okay, maybe I don't know where to start, even if you've been in this for a while, message me. I'm sure Danielle won't care if you message her. We're here to help you guys figure it out. And it doesn't matter. It's never too late. I've had girls be in this business for 2 years and all of a sudden, fly off the handle and go absolutely balls to the walls with it. It's never too late. But yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Somebody asked in the question, if you do have somebody quit, what happens to their downlines? Guys, it all just moves up. So I would say treat that as a case-by-case situation. So in your case, Krista, if somebody does end up quitting, then come talk to me, and we'll kind of like reorganize it and stuff. So don't worry about that. But does anybody have any last questions? Parker wants to say good night. Everyone good? You're welcome, Roberta.
If anybody has any other questions, they can always message us.